when I woke up this morning and I could hear the wind blowing, and I thought, oh my word, you know what we've got to do today? We have to make a kite, because if the wind blows, what better thing to do than to build a kite and to go outside and fly it. So what you got to do is you've got to put on your warm winter woolies, and then you've got to go outside and you've got to run and make that kite fly. And hopefully the wind is strong enough that will make it go quite high up. Well, enjoy yourself today as you go outside and fly. The kite we're going to make uses 4 things: a piece of paper, string, a straw, and sticky tape. I've just used a purple piece of paper because it looks prettier, but just a normal piece of white paper that your child can draw on and put patterns and that kind of thing is absolutely perfect. If you don't have a straw around the house, go outside and find a thin stick. What it does is it keeps the pieces of the kite open. The first thing is you take your piece of paper and you fold it in half lengthways. The next thing you're going to do is use a ruler and fold the paper. So I'm just showing you what the proportions look like before I put my ruler down. And all you do is fold it that way, put it the other way, and fold it. So you've got a strange looking piece of paper. The next thing you do is, I'm just going to lie it flat like this because it's easier to deal with. You're going to take your straw and you're going to put it at the top like this. We're going to sticky tape it on, and now you see why I say a stick would work as well, because it's going to keep the kite open. I'm just using a piece of sticky tape on either side to get it into the right place. Then I'll use a longer piece just to stick it in place. So I've taken a piece of sticky tape behind and a piece of sticky tape on this side. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to run a piece of sticky tape up the length of the kite. This will just go over the straw. And it's a bizarre looking kite, or a design of a kite, but boy does it fly well. Then you're going to hold your kite so you can see this is the base of it, and it's looking more like a kite. Then, so there's my straw. What we're going to do now is we're going to punch a hole in it so that we can tie the string through. They recommend putting a piece of sticky tape first that you punch through, and that helps it wear and tear better. Punch a hole in it. As you can see, I've missed the sticky tape, but anyway. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tie the string. I've just left the string attached to the roll so that I can use it when flying the kite. Okay, so here's your tie, and it's all ready to fly. If you would like to, you can cut some ribbon and stick it onto your kite so that the kite has a tail. I just found it looks pretty, but it doesn't fly so well because it's a bit heavier, but it does fly with a ribbon. First I'll show you a cheat with a fan, and you can get an idea of what it looks like with a tail. The next thing we're going to do is make a pinwheel. It is also wonderful for windy weather. What we're going to need is a small little scrap piece of paper. We're going to need a pin. I find it easier with those ones with the coloured heads. And then a straw. what we need to do is make sure that the paper is a square. So we're going to fold it and then cut it along the edge. So we have a square of paper like this. Fold it in half, and then I want you to fold it in half again. Oops, guess what? My square is not very straight. I'm just going to straighten it. When you open it up, your square's now got folds. What you do is just trim up those folds. Then put a blob of glue in the middle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold up the corner and put it in the center. Fold this one up into the center. And into the center. After you've pushed your pin through, you're going to stick it through the top of the straw. Leave a slight gap. Now, this is a problem with kids. I had another brainwave with how to make these pinwheels safe with a pin. I cut the bottom off the straw and I'm just going to stick it on with sticky tape. That's what it looks like when I sticky taped it together, so it will work perfectly, no ouching sore fingers. Also,